I am officially 8 days postpartum. Welcome to the new vlog. My plan is just to kind of take you on my first official month postpartum. In the last vlog, I ended it with just saying how much I'm not feeling good. I wasn't able to move. I'm doing better today. I'm still not able to fully sit upright. I'm kind of in an awkward laying down position right now. But I'm slowly but surely physically getting better. It's each day I'm getting a little bit better. So that's nice. I finally put on makeup today since having my baby. It was just one of those things where, I'm just, part of my routine is I try to just get into the rhythm of wanting to get dressed. I don't wear makeup every single day, but doing things that feel normal to me. And today I was able to put on makeup and I do feel good. I'm not going anywhere today. I try to just get creative at least once a week. And so for me to do that, it feels a little something more that feels like normal and it feels good. I feel cute, which is nice. So yeah, as far as just getting my body back to normal, I'd say it's doing pretty good. I have a quick bounce back rate, so I don't really have any room to talk. But I feel like I'm as far as getting rid of the way my body looked when it was pregnant, I feel like I'm doing pretty good on that front. I feel like it's looking more normal to me. I definitely have some of that post baby pooch. And so things aren't quite fitting right, but they're actually I feel like I'm going down faster this time around. I've also noticed that my appetite has greatly decreased to a level that feels normal to me. Maybe. So for me, I'm not a big eater, and I've noticed that I'm erring on the side of not wanting to eat the last few days. I'm not breastfeeding, so I know that they say when you breastfeed, you get hungry and you actually need more calories. And since I'm not doing that, I definitely feel like this is more of what's normal for me to just not naturally want to eat a lot. But I'd say maybe even a little bit less than what's normal for me. So I need to be careful with that. But I've definitely noticed a huge decrease in my appetite. Other than that, it's just day by day. Each day I'm getting a little bit better. I feel like adjusting this time around has been a lot easier. I feel like we're starting to find our groove a lot easier, aside from just trying to physically get back on my feet. In terms of trying to find our norm again, I definitely feel like each day something that feels normal is coming back. And obviously we're gonna routines are always shifting and always adjusting, but in terms of the overall normal feeling of things, it's each day something just feels like we're doing something normal again, which is good. And this time we get to do it with another little blessing, which just makes it all the more exciting. I do enjoy adding another baby and finding that routine, just another little blessing to love. And so she is so precious. She is such a good baby. So I definitely find that on that front it's easier. Emotionally speaking, I'm in the postpartum season, so I'm gonna have highs and lows, moments where I feel incredibly happy and excited, and moments I want to cry for absolutely no reason whatsoever. And then moments where I just start feeling little twinges of anxiety, so I have to make sure to keep those in check. I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job for the most part, but those definitely little moments of mini panic attacks do set in, which is normal. This postpartum is not supposed to feel normal. You're supposed to go through the highs and lows. You go through 9 months of pregnancy, and then all of a sudden all of that is gone in an instant. And so now with trying to get your body back to normal, it's going to take some time. So yeah, just I have to remind myself to give myself grace. If I need a moment to be in those emotions, to just allow myself to do that. And if it gets to where it's harder than I need to, then I know the steps I need to take. Or if it gets to be harder than I feel like it should be, I know what I need to do. I'm not worried about it. I expected it. Like everything that's happening, I expected. And I know that I have a husband who, if he starts noticing that I'm really not okay, he'll make sure that I'm getting what I need to be okay, and to make sure he's helping me, fighting for me. I mean, we've been through the things before, and so I trust that he will make sure that I am okay. And so I don't doubt that for a second. Like I said, I think, this is just all to be expected. It's just pregnancy and postpartum. It's a crazy, wild, beautiful, wonderful, exciting journey. But this is just a part of it. But I definitely feel like I'm doing better this postpartum season than I have even in all my other postpartum seasons. I know what I need to do to take care of those things. I feel like postpartum is definitely a time of spiritual warfare. I think that when you're in the postpartum season, it's a time of extreme vulnerability, and I feel like the enemy likes to use that for spiritual attacks. And I've dealt with them in the past where they were really, really bad. And so learning how to fight that, I know how to recognize it, and I know what I need to do to fight those spiritual attacks. And I think that's what's helping me this time around, is I'm not letting those spiritual attacks overcome me, but rather I'm utilizing my tools. I'm utilizing my prayer and my walk with the Lord. I know that if I need to, I can tell my husband, he will fight for me. I know if I need to get professional help that I can. I know who I'll go to, and I know that there are other women in my life who, if I need those things, I can go to them. I'm not at a point where I feel like I need to take any of those extra steps right now. I definitely feel like just getting into my prayer room and just going to the Lord with it, I think that's what's helping me. But I know that if I need to, there are those other steps I can take, because again, postpartum is such a spiritual warfare kind of a thing. Like, the enemy wants to attack you when you're most vulnerable. Well, as a woman, I feel like one of the most vulnerable times, if not the most vulnerable times in our life, is in that postpartum season, pregnancy and postpartum. And so just making sure that I'm doing what I need to do to be on the offensive of those attacks. And I have tools that I didn't have when I was a first-time mom. When I was a first-time mom, I didn't even know what was happening. All I know is that it was not fun. With each child, I've learned a little bit more on how to fight those attacks, and I've also learned through not just going through postpartum, but through going through other life circumstances and traumas in my life. I've learned how to fight those attacks. And so my mindset is, okay, I know what I need to do, and I know what steps I need to take. And so when those attacks come, I need to be affirmative in taking those steps. And so I think that's what's helping me a lot, is just that knowledge of having been through many things before and those kinds of attacks before. So if you are in that season and you are feeling that vulnerability and the attacks and just some of the crazy wild things that you just kind of go through, and most of it I feel like is very, very silent, I urge you to talk about it with somebody and to seek help, and to just go to your husband, go to other women in your life, seek professional help, go to your doctor, and really just seek out ways to fight those attacks, because it's not good. Go to your pastor or pastor's wife, probably be a good option. But I highly, highly recommend that you get people in your life that you can go to with those things, because the enemy wants you to hide those things, and that's not, you need to do the exact opposite of that. You need to allow yourself to get the help that you need so that you can get better, so that when those attacks happen again, you can get the tools in your toolkit to fight those attacks. And again, I think that knowing those things are part of what's really helping me along in this postpartum season, and knowing that I can go to my God, my Lord, my Savior with these things and with the things that I'm feeling, and He will help me through. And to, again, utilize the tools he's already given me. So please get help. So far I'm doing good. I'm in postpartum, but overall I'd say I'm doing really good in this season right now. So definitely been turning a corner the last couple of days. It's just physically, and then again I know what I need to do emotionally. And I kind of feel like this should be a whole video on its own. So maybe instead of a vlog I'll do that. I don't know. But yeah, if this does turn into a single video, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this gives you words of encouragement. And I encourage you to get help. And I will catch you in the next one. And if I do end up turning this into a vlog, well, I guess I'll check in a few days.